Ready? Okay. Congratulations, you found the V Spot, a podcast where international superstar, myself, Madame Vivien V, interviews fascinating people who do fantastic things, all about their life, their dreams, and what hits their spot. Today's guest is a New York City icon, a viral content factory, and a documentarian of queer Black culture. But first, let's check in. Congratulations, you found the V Spot. Times are wild, y'all. Times are insane. We can feel it. We can feel it in our skin, in our spirits, in our minds. We can feel it everywhere. And it doesn't always feel so good. So we need to look after ourselves. We need to be our own caretakers. We need to keep our peace. Now, I have my methods of keeping my peace. I love to go dance the demons out on the weekends, and I love to watch the sunrise at least once a week, so that way I know I'm alive. But then there's the day-to-day. You know, we can't go full throttle all the time. And a way that I keep myself grounded is with routine. And I'm not talking a 5, 6, 7, 8, honey. I am talking wake up in the morning, take a cold shower, do some mobility, refresh yourself, moisturize, have some mantras, do some meditation. Now, I discovered meditation, oh my gosh, was it almost 10 years ago? Yeah, I think it was. So I discovered meditation about 10 years ago, completely by accident. This is the story. I became a full-time artist back in 2015. When I stepped out of the workforce and became the master of my own time, it freed my mind up to open some old wounds. And honey, I became so depressed, but I didn't trust therapists. But I remembered hearing about this retreat that the person who inspired me to step into drag the first time told me about. They described it as a 10-day getaway that provided you with all of the vegan food you could want and took away your phone. Honey, that was the ticket. So I Googled 10-day retreat, and I remembered it was in Massachusetts. And this place popped up, something about Vipassana, right? So not really reading through anything, I looked for the apply button, filled out the application, and I got accepted. It was winter of 2016. I got on a bus and went up to Massachusetts for my first 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat. I arrive on site and I turn in my electronics. I get assigned to my room. I have 2 roommates. We know that we're going to be taking a vow of silence for 10 days. So we decide to set up a shower schedule. And then we go meet our gurus. It was there that I discovered that I was going to be learning about the same meditation that Buddha discovered that allowed them to reach enlightenment. Honey, we went from never meditating to meditating 10 to 12 hours a day for a solid 10 days, never speaking, never making eye contact, never touching a person, never writing, no exercise, no activity, just meditating, just trying to clear your mind and feel every part of yourself at once and be completely present in the moment. This is real rest. And the 10 days was a challenge. It was such a challenge. The imposter syndrome was real on day 2. I thought, who am I to be here? Am I this kind of person? Do I belong with all these people? Do I deserve spiritual enlightenment? Right before I quit, I thought, you know, what if? What if you were that girl? What if you were that girl that made it through the 10 days? And so I stuck it out. And then day 6 hit. And honey, I have never been more sexually frustrated than on day 6. I lived in a cold shower that day. Day 9 hit. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I can do this. I am that girl. And we get close to the end of the day and we start going through a guided meditation. And somehow I got it in my head that if I didn't do this guided meditation exactly right, I was going to undo all of the work that I did. You see, the work that I was doing is I was creating space between myself and my thoughts. We are not our thoughts. We are beings of light. We are stardust. We are existence. We are gods. And through meditation, it's easier to remember that. It's easier to find focus. It's easier to find flow. We're all here to experience everything. And this Vipassana retreat made me aware of that. Honey, I struggled through, but I got through that guided meditation and I made it to the 10 days. And I returned to the city and I felt renewed. I didn't find enlightenment, still looking, honey. She's very elusive. But I did find a way to give myself peace. I found a way to ground myself. I found a way to rest my mind, my body, and my spirit simultaneously. And it's a very, very easy thing to do. All you have to do is sit and breathe and not think. That's not easy at all. I mean, the mind is like a monkey on fire living on your back. But the practice is what gives you the space. So I'm not saying that my method is the best method. I'm not saying that my method is the only method, but I am encouraging you to find your method. Find a practice. Find something to give yourself peace and protect yourself in these wild times. And now for a very welcome distraction. We have the founder of TENz Magazine, a face of New York City nightlife, host, creator, artist, singer, and a documentarian of queer culture. It is Sailey Williams.
Ooh, come on, you listed that resume right, child.
Honey,
Well, yes.
it's extensive with you.
It's extensive with me.
Yes, it is. Work. So, Sailey, thank you so much for being here. I've been trying to get you on this couch forever.
Listen, we are in the thick of Pride season. We are both have schedules. We both, but we are here today.
We are here to
serve you.
Yes, and you are, but you're busy.
A little too busy, but not busy enough. But like, we're somewhere in the middle. We're somewhere in the middle.
It's Sailey, let's start with your extensive resume. You've been a part of New York City nightlife for how long?
Ooh, I would say a little over 15 years.
Work.
Let's not do the math. Let's not. But yeah, for quite a bit. First stepped in the club, 2007.
Work.
First club, Escolita. I mean, listen, if you're from New York City, you know Escolita. That's where all your favorite black and brown dolls were at.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just kind of made my way across the boroughs.
So did you start as just as a club kid, as a patron, or?
Yeah, I mean, you go through your steps of nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you got booked in your first time, I mean, hooray for you.
Mm-hmm.
But first time something the club was in the booking, I mean, you did that. But no, yeah, going as a patron, I believe I went for my birthday in the summer.
Okay.
As I call it, my gay summer.
Uh-huh.
I'm born in July, so like that was like, okay, I can't wait.
Work.
Let's go be gay in the summertime.
She's a Cancer.
I Cancer.
Love it.
I don't know what that means, but yes, I don't
your
follow the
flow
things
like water.
So they say.
And then you pinch Like a
Well,
crab.
oh, well, crap. There we go. That works. But no, yeah, I'm a patron. And then slowly started to work my way. I believe my first official gig in nightlife was as an event photographer.
Okay.
And you meet the people. I think, people say bartenders and like security are very social. But
Mhm.
no one is more social or in the know than the event photographer because we are
Mhm.
in your face
Tea.
all day, and there has to be some kind of like back and forth of conversation. So
Uh-huh.
we know what you look like this week. We saw what you look like last week,
Uh-huh.
and we know you don't good. You don't look good next week. So we really know Amber and your pores at 100%. So we really know what's going on with you at home.
Amazed.
So yeah, then you go from your introductory job, and then you may or may not do the other passive nightlife because I
Uh-huh.
was social.
Uh-huh.
I began to host.
Uh-huh.
You get your first time as a sub host, you may get a little list.
Uh-huh.
And then you work your way up to getting your first name on a flyer.
Uh-huh.
Mr.
So
If you're a real
empowering.
nightlife girl, when you get your first name on a flyer, it's like, oh my God.
Especially when they spell it right, honey.
Was mine spelled right the first time? I don't think so. But we learn and we grow. And then we
Yes,
get it right
yeah.
the next time. And then you're a host, and then I think the journey after that is you do your own event.
Right.
Like that's a natural progression, like from, paying $20 for a cover and then,
Uh-huh.
you pay me the cover. Let's go. Like get
Exactly.
it back. It's, the reciprocity of nightlife.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I fully believe in doing your time in nightlife. Like
Mm.
I'm all about, okay, you pay your cover your first time,
Uh-huh.
pay into the system. Like that's
Uh-huh.
like a susu. Like you pay into it.
Yeah.
And if you really want to do it and get your bookings right, okay, you do your time. It's not going to be, within 3 months.
So you believe in people paying their dues to get into
Very much
New York
so.
City nightlife?
Very much so. It's the full nightlife ecosystem. People who attend my events or learn from me, like that's the way I teach it. Like
Mhm.
if you're going to be a part of this, like this ecosystem,
Mhm.
okay, or if you're going to be on the list. If you're going to be on the list and you just show up, okay, I'm looking at the social media because did you support the party?
Mhm.
Did you post a flyer as a courtesy?
Mhm.
Did you
Mhm.
tag the party? Did you tag your
Mhm.
promoter? Like that stuff, that's why you don't get listed again because you didn't do those things.
It's very important, and I think that it's often overlooked.
It's nightlife courtesy. Like, even if, again, there's cash, there's money, but there's also like, okay, do your big one and give it,
Yeah.
look it back. If you attended a party, okay. So if you want to go to the party because your hair is fab, right?
Yeah.
How do you keep the party fab?
How?
There are other ways to support besides paying the cover.
Mhm.
Cover is amazing.
Yeah.
Go to the bar, support the bar.
Mhm.
And if you're getting a bottle, tip for the bottle,
Mhm.
tip the bartenders. If
Mhm.
you're going to get drink tickets, you especially tip on the drink tickets.
Drink tickets should not be valid without a tip.
Like, if you don't have it, like, okay, girl, but like, at least don't tip with a smile. Don't be a bitch not tipping. Like, what? Thank you. No. Like, be okay, thank you so much. And then,
Yeah.
But yeah, all of that I believe is important to like being a part of the nightlife society. If
Right.
you want to just be a spectator and a patron, I mean, you don't listen to me.
Right.
But if you want to do, the system, like, pay your dues,
Uh-huh.
meet the people,
Uh-huh.
support the people,
Uh-huh.
and people notice.
Definitely. I mean, you definitely do notice the people that are contributing, that
Mhm.
are leaving more than just a smile. I mean,
Mhm.
leaving a tip and leaving a smile and giving it a shout out using all of your powers of attention, because attention, that's currency now.
Yes.
Do you remember your first party?
The first one I threw?
The first one you threw, yeah.
Ooh, I would. Okay, so I think my first original party was at XL.
Okay.
So if I would have started nightlife in was like we saying 2007. Yeah. So my first. Oh, I've had my name on the fly by then, but then my first original party working with the bar and budgets and bar guarantees and stuff like that would have been XL.
Word.
Fab. Of course, these things don't last.
That was the name of the party?
No, the party. It should have been. What was it called? Oh, it was called Turned.
Turn. You had Turned?
Turned at XL. My first party, I believe it ran for under a year.
Okay.
Nightlife in winters in New York City is very hard.
Mhm.
Getting the people to show up out of their house is another task.
Uh-huh.
Like you can be popping online, but can you make someone leave their house?
Mhm. Mhm.
That's a lot more difficult than people think. Like
Oh, for
They can love
sure.
you down, but do you want to come out the house for you and walk and take the subway?
Right.
And also, I think around the time, I want to say that's pre-Uber. So we really were taking like the MTA everywhere. No one
Mhm.
was paying yellow cabs like that. So,
Yeah.
and then like, if you remember where XO was, you had to walk from 8th to I think 10th. So
Uh-huh.
that's still like, okay, it's inconvenient, but like, that's a walk.
It's a distance.
It's a
Yeah.
distance.
Avenues, honey.
Avenues. So yeah, that was my first party. Really, really great experience. Built some lasting context now, like booked a lot of DJs, a lot of first time DJs, booked hosts, and that's been a part of what I have done. Like if I
Mhm.
see you and you're a good time and you're cordial and you're nice and you have some talent, this thing, come on, let's get you together.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You curate incredible groups of people. You create incredible events. And you also, I mean, you curate an incredible vibe. I'm in love with what you're wearing right now. Purple is your color, honey.
Thank you.
It is giving royalty.
It's so with nightlife, as I'm giving the information, like I listened. A lot of the new kids don't like to listen. I used to be the young kid. I mean, I was never a twink, so I can't say I was a young twink in the club. But still remains. But I was a younger kid in the club that would be in the dressing room and sit and listen to the girls talk. I don't know if that happens a lot anymore.
Whoa.
Where you go in the dressing room and the girls are just sitting there tucking and untucking and things like, okay. So getting untucked and the RuPaul's Drag Race stuff, that's a real phenomenon. Like the girls sit in the back and talk like that, right? So I'll be there, running the pictures or like getting them together, and they would sit there and tell these stories, or just give like pointers to the new girls that would come in, read them, and all that kind of stuff. But I would sit there and listen and learn. And one of the things I picked up was the power of sequins and the power of glitter. And sometimes if you just throw glitter on some mess, it'll look more interesting in the club lights.
For sure.
And I've taken that and like run with it. Of course, I'm, good glitter and good things. But like being the brightest point in the room also works, which also led to my other nightlife persona, Madam, and the headpieces that I use. It makes me taller and it has like a fine point. So if you're in a dark space, you're gonna see this like this silhouette every time, and you're gonna see things glittering in the club lights. So like, you
right.
That works every time.
Before there was Madam, and before there was Sailey in the city, where did you come from?
I unlike many you may hear from New York, I was born and raised here.
Really?
Imagine that.
I love that.
Born and raised, Brooklyn, New York. Lived in Queens for a while growing up. But
Which part of Brooklyn?
Was it? I was East New York. Grew up in East New York. And bounced around to Queens, and I'm Ocean Hill now. Don't come find me. I'll block you on Sniffies. Listen, not there's a face there, anyways. But
girl, I have seen so many sisters bits on Sniffies.
Listen,
lead with the face
friendly
photo.
fire. Friendly fires happen on Sniffies,
honey.
It's occupational hazard, but
exactly.
It used to be you go to the club and you go to like the Eagle and the Cock. I called the people who know me. I call that place the chicken spot.
Why?
Because
oh, the Cock,
the chicken spot.
Oh, right.
Now we're breaking officially. The people probably are key because now I've officially broken the code. When I say I'm at the chicken spot,
we know where you're at.
Yeah, but so like I'll post. I started that like little meme of like me posting out in the front, as a sign. Like, child, just left the chicken spot. Not much fresh. Right. But you would always see drag queens there at like 3:00 after the shows. Now you just go on Sniffy. He's like, oh, Sister Miss Thing, you here too? Oh, okay, work. That's how it goes.
I was one of those drag queens who went to the Cock in my early days. What was it? I was I did a competition, Yuha Hamasaki's competition at Boots and Saddle, the original Boots and Saddle, the small one that had like all the broken wood everywhere, and Isis Vermouth. Do you know her? She's an Albany queen. She came down. And we both lost the competition, but she's like, let's just collect our tips and go support our sister Lady Baraka at the Cock. Lady Baraka was hosting an actual drag show at the Cock, and it was called What's Your Name?
Ooh, I love that.
And we popped in. She asked me if I wanted to do a number, and I'm like, sure. So I was wearing a bob like I used to all the time. And so I decided to do a Jessie J bit. And they couldn't play my music loud enough over the sounds of the men going at it in the
Oh, they're
corner.
quite loud.
And me being the giant girl that I am, yeah, I held on to the pipes up above. And then I ended up breaking the pipe and causing a major leak, and they had to clear out all of the caulk.
Oh, you're the reason the girls couldn't finish that night. So now we know.
Now we
If you
know.
were there that night, now this is who the this is the culprit why you couldn't finish.
I flooded your basement, honey.
Ooh, oh,
literally. So you were born and raised here.
Born and raised.
Where did your fascination with New York nightlife begin?
Ooh, so very, very fun. I actually have a fully traced answer.
Okay,
right?
I live.
So me, of course, you people, New York, you think everything's everywhere. It's really not. Things are very partitioned. Things are segregated. And you kind of then had to go look for it. You had to look for the scene. It's not like, okay, I'm going to go to 42nd Street and I'm going to see all the gay stuff. Now you might. But for me, I knew I was into some things. I was a musical theater kid. I was all the things, not like really out in high school, but I was stereotypically out. Again, musical theater. I was unconventionally popular.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was in all the clubs. Everyone knew me. That kind of energy. But like, I wasn't like, yeah. I had girlfriends too.
Really?
Who now are like trans men. So hooray for that.
Work.
Hooray for you.
Clock that.
So yeah, so all very, very, very pan of me. I'm still don't claim a particular identity, but like very like, it works, right?
Slay.
So I used to go to the New York City Public Library.
Okay.
And I used to have VHS movies for rent.
Okay.
I took out the movie Trick.
Okay.
1999 New York City gay classic. And the club scene forever changed my life trajectory. Watching Mark and the characters go through the club, and it's this very like kiss cheek, like cut the line moment. You may like, if I'm sure your artist is very gay, right? I'll relate this if you're not gay to the scene in Goodfellas when they're walking through the back diner, like it's like everyone. Like, I saw that and the power of that, and I was like, oh, I want a piece of that.
Work.
I want to be in the clubs. I want to be the bitch in the club. Like, okay, Miss, yes.
It was was it the access, the celebrity,
it was the community. I mean, we call it a lot of things community now, but like it was he was a celebrity in the space, but it was like, okay, they knew him. They knew him as a regular. It was, we were happy to see you. You're the bad bitch in the club. You got the new date. But it was also like the story, if you've never seen Trick, which you should. But it is like he was taking this person who was not the cool kid to the club. And they're like on this journey of like absorbing what nightlife looks. Okay. So like us as the viewer, we also got to feel that if we were not a part of that. We were, we got to see like, oh, all this like flashing lights. We see drag queens. We see Coco Peru in the movie. Like, I was like,
wait, is Trick? Is that the one where Coco makes the speech?
Yeah, exactly. Forever changed.
You ever get cum in your eye?
It burns. Yes, iconic moments, right?
Yes.
So seeing that, another full circle for me, like seeing this artist named Jonte on MySpace. Jonte, who was just on a Renaissance tour, choreographer, did Freakum Dress, like. I saw Jonte on MySpace in this music video, and I was like, okay, that's some interesting shit there. Like, it was bold, it was androgynous. I was like, okay, I'm into that. And then that summer, after now seeing Trick, went to my first Pride event to go see Jonte that year. But that was 2006, 2007, right?
Okay.
So yeah, saw Trick, discovered Jonte, then went to go see Jonte at Pride that year. So that would have been summer 2006. Had my birthday. Went to Escolita for my birthday that July. Okay. And then that September, I discovered my first ballroom clip on YouTube.
Oh, do you remember the clip?
I do. It was called Divas versus Challengers. Okay. And also, if to put this into like a timeline thing, YouTube was also new at that time. So seeing this, like, I'm just exploring cat videos and like, I saw Kelly's shoes. Like, that was really all that was on YouTube at the time. And maybe Milan's Miss Cleo, that was it. And I'm scrolling and things, and I see this clip of these two men. Some young queens be like, all these references. But yeah, so this clip of these two, black men, and it was about my, at that time, digestion of this footage. You think gay men, you think there's a certain level of flamboyance, and you think the sissy character. You think like This particular first clip, it was two masculine presenting black men in like Timbs and like do-rags and fitteds, and they were moving so it like blew my mind. And it's the house music, and I was like, again, never been this. I now have a ballroom magazine, so it clearly like changed my entire life, because I was like, whatever that is, just like the trick, I want to go see that in person, and I want to do that, and I want to learn that. After seeing that clip, I went to my first ball within 3 months.
Work.
It was like I needed it. I looked in the clips. I was like, where can I go find this? I realized, of course, having gone to Escolita, they did balls at Escolita. So I was like, oh, now let me go on Sunday now to go catch the balls there. And then, so that would have been September. I was my first major ball within 3 months of that.
Wow.
And then here we are.
And here we are.
I joined my first house 2 months after that.
Which was your first house?
Oh, let's not talk about her.
Okay, never mind. What's your current house?
Oh, I'm so in ballroom there are like, you know, it's like drag, so everyone has like a last name like the Davenports. I am a 007, so that's how the Madam 007 part works for me.
Okay.
So I was in a house, and when you leave the house, you navigate the scene as 007. And I've made being a 007 part of my like nightlife brand, also my ballroom brand. So not a house, wasn't a house, did the things, but you know. We like me being impartial and doing a ballroom magazine. Yeah, we don't want house shade on the coverage. Yeah, so let me be a 007.
You're the kind of spirit that expands across all realms, right? So you go to your first ball, and it was at Escolita. Right?
First mini ball was Escolita. It was a rumble ball, and then my first major ball was POCC 2007, which is a major ball at the time in New York City. Like it was at
what is POCC?
So POCC was an organization, like a LGBT organization, and they would throw a major ball, just like how the GMAC throws a latex ball. Another major major balls, like 500 people. You know, the GMAC used to happen at Roseland, and the POCC ball. Oh, I forgot the venue. It's a big venue in New York City. First major ball, like you see all these houses. Again, you see thousands of people, and you're just in the thick of this like moment live. And like, again, seeing it, like the people who have watched on YouTube, they're there. Right. They're there. The popular people, the celebrities, you're there watching like, oh my God, that's such and such. I watched a clip of them, 20 times. And now they're there doing it in front of me. Oh my God, I can't wait.
The fantasy becomes the reality right before your eyes.
Very much so. And again, seeing, we're very much in a digital realm. Of course, I am a product of the digital realm of seeing a ballroom, but like I made the necessary step to go experience it live. There's a lot of girls who see it on ballroom now on TikTok, and they think that's enough. No, I'm saying go see it. Yeah. Go see it.
Get out of your house.
Get out the house. Go touch grass. Exactly. As the older folks say, go touch grass. Go see it. And then especially if you want to go do it. We love voguing in the socks and living room thing, but go vogue on the floor.
For real.
Go dip on the floor. We're not doing death drops in my presence.
No. Oh God.
I don't believe in that.
I threw out my knee doing dips, honey. It's my
Me
7 foot everything ass cannot. Oh yeah, you too.
Me too. Oh no, yeah.
Wait, you used to dip?
I did my time on the floor. I no longer dip because of an actual knee injury. Oh, I learned my lesson. I was never the same.
They didn't tell you that once you cross your 30s, they just go.
No, I'll give you everything else, but me going on the floor, I'm decrepit. It's like.
What categories do you walk?
Oh, so when I joined the scene, I did runway. I did Big Boys runway, and Designers Delight. For me, as a creative, there were certain aspects of ballroom that caught my attention. It's the visual. It was the visual. And runway, like there's all of these like avant-garde looks that you can bring and wear. So that combined with the walking element was really interesting to me. And then like Designers Delight, making outfits for you or your house members. And I do have a category that I have not yet walked, which is still my bucket list, which is bazaar. The bazaar category is like the avant-garde. They just these elaborate costumes, like just crazy out of the box costumes, and they compete. That's always been my category I wanted to walk. And before I leave,
it's your Moby Dick.
Oh, it has to happen. I've supported the category. It has to happen, and it has to be a surprise. It has to be a year where the category is like, I can't not do this, because categories are, they'll say like, come is this. Here's your inspiration, and then you go create. it has to be. It's gonna be that one category. Was like, okay, this is me all day. I'm getting grand prize.
And then you're gonna gag them on the floor.
The
No one's
full
gonna see you
gag.
coming.
And then for me, what bizarre, most times your face is redacted because you're in a big costume.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the most like, okay, I'm gonna walk this category. And you're not gonna know it's me. And then like, grand prize, like Scooby Doo,
like Masked Singer. It's like, I know that strut.
I was gonna get away with watching meddling kids. Let's be very that, very that. But no, yeah, I mean, it's just there's so many facets of like interesting layers of ballroom and ballroom culture and how it impacts the other parts of nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's not, you can say, okay, you only want to do balls, you want to do this, but like that stuff expands. Like from the language to, you know, we see a lot of drag queens do their best nogging performance during their sets. It happens. You know, we see the impact of ballroom RuPaul's Drag Race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ballroom expands into all facets of nightlife.
Facet of nightlife and overall
all
queer
facets
culture.
Of pop culture. Yeah,
pop
for
culture,
sure.
Queer culture, language, fashion, style. I've done talks about like how we can see something on the ballroom floor in a category, and we can see it on fashion runways within a year.
Yeah,
we've tracked it and seen it because we've also seen designers in the crowds. We've seen it happen. Like
you see them in the crowds, and then you end up on the board.
And then we see, Miss Thing. That's the Thing from last time when she came. We see it. We see it from the campaigns. We see it in the music. We see it like, I mean, how many times can we hear I'm on someone's track and like you don't even know what that is, but you're doing a ballroom-esque beat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've seen it even in hip hop. We've seen there was a time, people who remember this era where hip hop was heavily sampling ballroom but calling it something else. Chris Brown did a song called "Do the 5,000," or someone did a song "Do the 5,000," like they were like taking ballroom style and ballroom dances and calling it something else to mask it up. That happens a lot. But no, yeah, ballroom has affected makeup trends, hair skills. There has never been more innovation in lace fronts than through trans women. Particularly like Amaya Scott, like changed the game when it came to wig wearing and lace applications. And then we also see that with people who are a part of ballroom but also work in the fashion industry. I think the biggest misconception is like people walk this clip or they walk balls and that's all they do in life. No, the girls got jobs too.
Right.
We don't all craft and mop, despite what you may have heard. Stealing is one way to do it. You do both. You gotta do it all. It's New York City. You gotta do all the things.
And then save a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, we have a lot of people who do ballroom in leadership positions. Like I think one of the most notable. I mean, I can't say the most notable. Like, but there are a lot. But like we know, like Yusuf Mugler is the father of the House of Mugler, who's Rihanna's hairstylist. I mean, we just did a thing about like people who did the Met Gala where we didn't see ballroom necessarily at the Met Gala stage, but how many people who are part of ballroom were working behind the scenes to get those looks together. Girls got jobs,
right?
You know, in the field. So there is always in any kind of several different ways ballrooms has impact in the outer culture.
Right, and you have your finger on the pulse on all of it.
It's exhausting.
It's I can't imagine what it's like to live inside your head.
Oh,
it's
and drug free. Imagine,
but you have your pulse on all of this, and you're documenting all of this, and you're sharing all of New York ballroom culture, and it feels like you're sharing a lot of just U.S. ballroom culture with the world through your incredible creation, TENz Magazine.
We love TENz Magazine sometimes.
Sometimes.
She gets exhausting. Yeah, I mean, really TENz is a love letter and tribute to all of the parts of nightlife that I experienced in like a Cliff Notes version. It's like if you didn't go through the library and see Trick, if you didn't go see that clip from a ball, how would you find out, you know, what this thing is to even know you want to be interested? So in New York City, there were other magazines out. There was like Next at the time and a few other things, but there really wasn't a magazine for not only Black and brown nightlife, but for ballroom. I believe we are still the only currently existing magazine that centers ballroom as far as content.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like working nightlife as an event photographer, working the clubs, and doing these things. I was like, okay, I know the people. In and out of ballroom. I know the people. I know the clubs. I've listened to
Mhm.
the clubs. I've worked the clubs. Let's put all this stuff together in a
Mhm.
place and have it be a New York City pride, pride guide, but like as a guide to navigate the space. It is
Uh-huh.
experiences. It is keys. It is the where to goes. It's who to know. And we try to do some really ground level learning.
Mhm.
We're not a one-on-one. TENz is not a place to like, okay, here is what this word means. We're not
Mhm.
that place. You got to
No.
have a little, wherewithal to know what you're looking
Right.
for. And TENz, with TENz not being a one-on-one, we're gonna speak the language that we speak with each other in the club or in the
Right.
space. We're not gonna say today's word is
We
no, Miss
dive in
Thing,
with the
Miss Thing, catch it,
shorthand.
catch it.
Yeah.
If we're gonna say Miss Thing, okay, if you don't know what Miss Thing is, I can't help you. But you'll figure it out within context, like any other human experience.
Who's Miss Thane and why isn't she married?
Exactly. Like Miss Thing, catch it. So that's kind of how we, delve into the digital space. TENz what at one point was print pre-quarantine.
Oh,
We
really?
were on the we were a bar magazine.
Work.
Quarantine was quarantine.
Mhm.
If you didn't know what that was, do your research.
Yeah.
We were not inside. we were inside. We were inside the clubs. So there was no reason to print magazines because
Mhm.
what were we talking about and where were they getting them? So
Right.
we really over that year and a half,
Mhm.
transformed how we produce TENz and how TENz content is digested.
Mhm.
And to now TENz being the most dominant LGBT platform online. 100 million engagements a
What?
month.
What?
I believe we are. I would say also top 25 magazines online.
Congratulations.
Which is hard to keep up with because y'all girls are exhausting. Said with love and shade, but y'all are
Yeah.
exhausting. But no, yeah, we have dominated the digital space with not only sharing the work of our community, but also creating original content.
Yeah.
Which sometimes it's original content wasteland. How many TikTok videos can we share from y'all? No, we want to see where's the original ideas and where's the curated ideas.
Mhm.
From me being an art director outside of nightlife as a
Mhm.
curator, like I want to see my thoughts and my vision manifested, just like making TENz.
Mhm.
Let's make some original content.
Yeah.
Get the lights out, get the phone out.
What is one piece of original content that TENz put out into the world that you are very proud of, that you think was underrated or underappreciated by
Ooh,
the...
let's go. What was the most stolen?
Ooh. Let's talk about it.
The girl said, no, I'm not going to name the name because she stole it. She knows she stole it. But there was a piece of content. So in ballroom, there is different elements to Vogue performance. There is, we know about the dip, we know about the catwalk, we know about walking that duck, right?
Mhm.
And there is hand performance. It is the art of telling a story through hands. There is a series we did called Hands for TENz.
Uh-huh.
And we did a 60-second video. We had people who walked the category and we illustrated their story for them. So if they did a figure eight, we saw that illustrated. Whatever movement they made, you saw it on the screen, right?
What, so, like it was like it drew it?
It drew it. So
it's like so they were creating art through their hand
performance.
movements. They
It's
were
like
making
telling
like
their story. Yeah.
Okay.
So no doubt about it, one of the most innovative pieces of ballroom art in the last few years.
Work.
If I didn't do it, I would have said the same thing about it. It was a game-changing piece of content, whether it was even if it wasn't ballroom, it was a unique idea, right?
Mhm.
Put it out, girls gagged. Oh my God, we never thought about seeing, ballroom is a lot about imagination, and there is something about making your imagination tangible. We've seen that in just some context of like the ballroom imagination. Ballroom isn't always in a glamorous space. Sometimes you do balls in the damn gymnasium. But we're still gonna come in a gown in the gymnasium, like we're in a castle or a palace. Like it's about the imagination. So when we are in spaces and we're in this gala space, it's like, okay, we saw this for ourselves. So it's like seeing something like that, like, okay, we imagine us telling this thing on our hands. It was like, okay, we've seen that. Put it online, girls gagged. Within 6 months, we saw some fellow YouTubers do their own version of it. And it's like, okay.
Without acknowledgement.
Okay. Oh, no. Acknowledgement. That's evidence. you know. But I've gotten a lot better with as TENz has grown as a medium. I can't get upset at every time someone bites us. It will drive me insane because it really used to. Yeah, even people used to like take clips from us and put in their account. That used to drive me nuts. It's like, can we post this piece of original content that y'all enjoy? Can we have it on our page for 5 minutes? Like, don't snatch. Snatch it like in 3 days. Have some like content courtesy, right? But no, they completely redid the thing, and it's like, wow. Work, bitch. You stole that.
It's that's a sign of success.
Yeah, I guess. You know,
that's what they say.
You know, she doesn't pay her talent anyway, so I guess.
Do you remember the first category that you walked in?
It would have been like a general runway category. I don't think I was like done up. It might have been like a Kiki function. But I remember my first chop.
What was your first chop?
You never forget your first chop. And listen, not all chops are bad. I was gonna lie to y'all.
All chops are valid.
You know, some chops are valid. In the moment, I didn't think mine was valid, but like years later, it's like, oh yeah, this thing, you should have got chopped. But you know, the category was bring it runway and bring it like the botanical gardens.
Bring it like the botanical gardens.
That was
which
category.
One?
Like just like floral, like
okay,
and it was open to interpretation.
I was like Brooklyn or Bronx, honey.
Brooklyn botanical gardens. Yeah, and a lot of things with ballroom happen very late. There's an internal discourse about the runway category often happening the latest. So imagine being in full drag, full costume, and showing up at 11 o'clock and you don't walk your category until 4 a.m. That was me that night. So I'm sitting and you don't want to give out your look. So you can't be like, hey, walking around the ball all day.
Oh, God.
You're either stuck in the bathroom or hiding in the back under a towel.
Oh, my God.
So, you know, okay, category is now. It's 3:50. You know,
Gotta keep the energy. Yes.
I'm ready to serve.
Yes.
And this is like probably like 2009. This is a long time ago. Ready to serve. Yeah, I got my thing on, had my fold up, effect on. I took 2 steps, 1 chop.
They made you wait the entire night.
Gagged me. And you know what? You was right. I should have got chopped. I looked crazy. I looked crazy.
Were the flowers wilted?
The flowers were wilted. And I thought I was going to chew it. I went up there. I was going like, Yeah, you will not find that footage.
You can learn a lot from a chop.
No, it has you learn because I should have been, you learn a lot. Take your chops, you watch it back if you can, and you learn, you bring it back the next time. I've had to chop people. Listen, don't fight me over a chop. I don't give shady chops. I mean, shady chops are one thing, but like if I chopped you, it's for a good reason. Work on it, come back and serve me next time. Take that. I'm all about take that energy. How dare you energy and bring it back and you make sure that the bitch you chopped, you learns it the right way.
Right. What House of Yes used to do on Mondays.
Yes, is House of Vogue.
House of Vogue. I remember I was working the door for one early on. There was an opportunity to walk. I'll be honest, at the time, the only thing I knew about the ballroom scene was Paris is Burning. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll walk. And so I just walked in a circle and my shoes were, my outfit was kind of, but like my shoes were very weak and the heels kind of gave away. And then someone came up to me and they said, you just got TENz across the board. And I was like, great. And then I went home. I didn't know that meant I was supposed to stay and do the whole thing.
Yeah.
But at least I get to walk away knowing that I got TENz.
I got my TENz.
That's it.
Amazing. Okay, work. Come on,
so you've built a substantial career in New York City nightlife. And you've expanded into so many different realms. You're beyond ballroom. You are beyond circuit. You are beyond all the bar parties.
We love an uns party sometimes.
You're doing, we love an uns. It's thank you, Lady Fag. But what advice would you give to somebody who is wanting to build a career in New York City nightlife?
I would say explore. Go to where you gravitate and feel the most comfortable. Build your foundation there. Meet the people. Make good relationships, and then you expand out afterwards. We've gone through like my origins being Escolita, and I worked the black and brown scene and done the XLs and the stage 48s. And after I felt like I had substantial footing there. I was like, I think it was around 2015. I was like, girl, what else is going on? What else is going on in New York City? I've been doing it for this long, and my name is starting to be familiar. I really then had this kind of like conquering energy, and I was like, well, what's next?
I live.
What I really was like, it was such.
She wanted to dominate the scene, honey.
I remember being in such a decisive moment. I was like, what else is going on? And I had heard about some things that was going on downtown, and then I heard about On Top on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And I was like, what they got going on Tuesdays, child? And I went and saw it, and it was the whole thing. It was the Marcus at the door and the whole moment. And you know, if you know Marcus at the door, this thing, if you're not right, you're not getting in.
Right.
You know, Marcus is softened in age. But Marcus in that time, he was not.
Girl.
Not having it. Connie Girl too. Kenny too, and these are all like door goddesses and door gods at the time. It was not for you. And then I took that. I think I got in that night, but I took that and I went in and saw the kids in their looks and effects. And I was like, okay, I have not done this, but I call it crossover credits. Ballroom has a lot of flavoring that can fit into the club kid aesthetic. I culturally believe that there are parallels in
the bizarre category.
Exactly. It's like there was a lot of parallels between the ballroom scene and from the aesthetic perspective and the music aesthetic. I got some glitter to put on. Just like from the ballroom, I can put on some stuff, put on eye makeup.
For sure.
That next week I came in a full Madam Effect. This is documented. I came and it was like, oh, Missy, come on in.
Oh.
The entire dynamic changed. And I don't want to say I adapted. I came ready for the party. I came ready for that party.
It was a full trick moment.
It was like, exactly. I was like, okay, I learned it. Okay, now I'm ready. And then I grew the Madam name specifically in those realms by doing that. I remember that entire year, I made it and not booked, mind you. I was not booked at On Top or Battle Hymn the first year. But I took it as a social, personal challenge to fast track my name in those spaces.
Okay.
And that, like I said, doing your time. I got up in things and done every time I went out and turned to look into the girls by like the fifth. Oh, Mr. Madam's here. That's how you do it. It's costly. It's taxing. It's exhausting. But I knew I wanted to expand my reach and also have fun. Like, so if I'm getting my makeup done, okay, and I found friends who were in the same realm. I'm Mr. Come on and go. Let's go and give a look. And that was it for me. So from working the Lady Fag to Frankie Sharp, just was like, that was it for me. I'm going to give a look. I'm going to have a thing and I'm going to make my name and then I'm going to be a host. And then, collaborators and like still to this day, I work with them. We're doing Battle Hymn, on Sunday.
Work.
So, so yeah, it's late, Lady Atlantic also, so, yes, like, assessing the party, expanding your reach, and exploring.
So it's extensive work, like you said, to build
extensive.
a name,
build your name
in the scene, and it can be a minute before the money starts to actually come in.
Yes.
So what is outside of monetary compensation? What is the biggest reward for building a career in nightlife for you?
So in the daytime, I'm an art director and photographer and all the things, right? I have never had a manager. I've never had representation. My contacts from my daytime career, in large, come through my social contacts I've met in nightlife.
Okay.
The girls that work in the ballroom also go to the club.
Work.
They're also at the afties. Be fair, be nice. They're there though, so like, just like I'm talking to you and how we met, like I'm not the bitch in the club. If we gonna have a key, we're gonna have a key.
Right.
So I'm gonna talk to you, gonna talk to me. We're not gonna talk business in the club. I'm also very much against talking like full business, like this thing. I'm here to also have a good time and also know that people are there to have a good time. They don't want your business plan and your pitch deck either. At 3 a.m. This thing, please, let's be clear. So, but you can,
trade Instagrams, trade numbers, follow up.
And do that. And then you meet the right people and you grow that way. And then again, the girls remember an impactful exchange. Oh, Miss Thing, come on. I met Miss Thing last time. And let's book her for the thing. Oh, she said she does photos for the thing. Maybe she can. That's how that goes. I think, and this is in an era not pre-social media, but like before it is now. We would just not go DMing people. And like, okay.
Right.
You still had to do the ground level work.
Right.
I'm of a unique split where I got to experience life before social.
Uh-huh.
I remember times we used to have a printed flyer.
Oh my
When's the last
God.
time we saw flyer people
Oh.
handing out? Like that used to be a thing.
There's one right now. It's Nocturnal Emissions. It's Philip
Oh
who
yes,
produces.
you're right.
Yes, he goes around to
Traditional
all the
flyer.
parties.
Shout out to
And
Patrick.
he has his Patrick.
Yep.
He walks around. He slips you a flyer, and because of that, his party takes off. Honey.
It works. Like
Yeah.
those things still work. And those things I teach the TENz team is like, have the short conversations, but then pump it over to the next thing. Like there should be some kind of transition over there to something that's gonna be impactful. But yeah, I mean,
so it sounds like the biggest reward for you is contacts and community.
Contacts, community, and just really having a decent time. I mean, I am also, I don't know if sober is the right word, but like I don't party like that, right?
And you have a lot of patience for all the people that do.
So that's another thing. If you're not listen, we let's not cut around. The girls do drugs. We know this. The girls drink. I'm not someone who does none of that. So like I have to have an organically good time to be all of what we just talked about. I also don't go out if I'm not in the mood to go out. Because I'm gonna be so judgmental. I'm gonna be like, I think I'm ready to go.
So you know how to listen to yourself.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not the after girl either. Like if you may catch me in after once or twice, but like that's because I had such a good time at the main party.
I remember showing up to an afties, and you were there after Battle Hymn at that one penthouse.
Oh!
And
that's such a rare occurrence to me. The girl I walked in the afties, you could hear a pin drop.
It was tomfoolery.
I came in like Sister Mary Clarence. They was like, "Oh my God, not you at the afties, Sailey? What?" I was like, I mean, I'm the cool one. And then I'm also a cool mom, but it was such that at that penthouse. The girls are doing everything they, God intended them to do. And, there were room secret doors.
We'll rarely see you at an afties.
Yes, very rarely.
Because you are very tuned in with yourself.
Yes.
Where did that tuning come from?
Learning through the older girls. Learning through the girls in the... Listen, find your nearest drag club and go in the dressing room because like a lot of that foundational...
Ask first.
Don't just, the girls are changing. But that's where a lot of that kind of mentoring came from. It's like, okay, know when to go home, check on your girlfriends, and listening to know when it's time to go home. And just let's watching and observing.
Because there's always going to be more.
There's always going to be something to do. There's always more. And don't be the burnt out girl. Now, like I've been in the scene, we established like 15 years, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the fab girls who was the fab girl when I was, the young bitch, girl, they're not out no more because, not some of them. Some of them. I'm not going to say all the girls are burnt out. But some of them are no longer the it girl because they burnt out too fast doing all the things. You don't need to be at every afties. You don't need to do everyone's Cundle and Bundle.
No.
You don't need to run to the bathroom every 5 minutes. And that's no judgment to girls that do, but do it in moderation.
Right.
Get your testing trips. And always have your anchor. So, okay, the
What do you
biggest
mean by
advice
that?
I can give that I do with my kids is when you go into a place, especially a new space, have an anchor. Even me at this old age, I still have a social anchor. So an anchor is you're going with your good Judy, your friend, and you do figure eights with each other, right? So if we both enter the club. If we can go do the whole thing together, and if we're not, we're going to check in every 30 minutes. Oh, Miss Thing, you still here? You go to, I'm in the room. Okay, good. You don't got to be at my hip. But we're going to look for each other, especially in these big warehouse spaces and these big parties. Have someone that you are responsible for and they're responsible for you. I also give the piece of advice on hookups in the same kind of realm. If you're going on a sniffies date, you're going on a grinder date, always give your anchor that address. And it should be a no judgment thing. If I'm going on a date or my kids are going on a date, they send me the full screenshot, including the address, no matter if it's 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. I'm not going to say, girl, why are you going on a date? No, okay. Have fun. And then when you're alive and done, I'm done. And then the next day, missing, how was it? That's how I'm supposed to go. How was it? But like, at least I know if they done got you, I know where they got you at.
Right.
I don't leave no mysteries.
Thank God for sniffies. Now we know exactly where all of our whore friends are.
So, but yeah, have that social anchor, have that person that you can at least check in with too. And that's not going to, turn you either. Like there should be some kind of like trust in this. But yeah, I said all this about going to new spaces. There does cause some social anxiety to be entering a new space and like doing all of that, but do it with someone.
Right.
Go through the journey with someone if you can, and like still have the good time.
Find your buddy.
Find your buddy.
Sailey Williams, let me hear you say breathe.
Breathe. Breathe. Now, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I don't know what that's about. Who said that?
That video, honey, that video hit.
It hit a little too well.
It's for everybody involved. It probably
for everyone involved. People were throwing fists out there, child. It was a dangerous time.
That man almost lost his watch.
He did. He almost lost. Let's not explain.
Yeah, please.
Jewelry was almost missing. They were lost in the abyss.
Mhm.
Yes. Listen.
There was a viral video.
I'll cue it up. Listen, TENz is, of course, with me. Of course, TENz is a part of curating nightlife events here in New York City.
Mhm.
We were a part of a party called Meat Fest.
Mhm.
I was on the microphone, and it was an exhibition. It was an exhibition. Let's leave it there. It was an exhibition, right?
Mhm.
And there were performers,
Mhm.
and really, we go into what darkroom parties are. It was more than a darkroom party. It was a darkroom party with a show.
Yes.
With professionals. And what I would do is make this like campy, liberated performance or
Mhm.
curated performance.
Mhm.
There was a gentleman who was, looking around for some things in his co-star.
Uh-huh.
And I thought he looked really concerned.
Mhm.
So as I'm looking, I'm like,
The co-star.
The co-star's like, do you need help?
Mhm.
I was like trying to coach him through this, like
Yes.
Lama's class. And
Yeah.
that's how this thing happened.
Mhm.
And I was like, do you need help? You need to breathe. You need to inhale, exhale.
Mhm.
And then as this is happening, I'm saying, maybe let you say breathe, breathe. And the whole crowd joins in like it was a seance. A really, really unique experience in New York City nightlife because everyone's there watching and like.
Mhm.
But the girl said it was like Midsommar when they're in the movie and they're chanting along. Someone made that on Twitter. Like it really was that in hindsight.
Midsommar in a dark room.
Exactly. It gave very that. But no, this video went on Twitter. Something like 4.8 million views.
Oh my God.
That phrase became a cultural experience. I can go to church. I can go to, the local bar.
Uh-huh.
I can go to the Salvation Army, and someone, LGBT or not, will say, breathe! And I'm like, oh, you saw that clip. Hooray for you, you filthy mother. You are a Twitter lurking girl.
Twitter lurking.
Twitter lurking girl. But like, listen, I mean, for me, sex is a part of the queer experience.
Yes. Sex is part of the human experience.
The human experience. Thank you for correcting me. It's a part of the human experience because a lot of girls get caught up in it's like, oh, gay people are sexual deviants. Bitch, how you got here?
Honey.
You are a product of sex.
T.
Maybe sometimes. There are other ways.
Yeah.
But,
Science.
Science can be deviant too, but, we hear the man.
Probably more so.
More so. But yeah, listen, people have been having sex forever. People have been having sex in clubs forever.
Mhm.
People are having hookups in clubs.
Mhm.
And, this is just not a part of a decision of some people to participate in this kind of experience.
Right.
You do not have to. You didn't have to.
Right.
But whether you are like a prude or not, the girl's going to do things,
Mhm.
I say TENz is for the horny and the humble. Whether you want to hear about a historical cultural experience or you want to go get yacked in the back room, okay, we're the place for you.
Work.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to that kind of party.
Mhm.
We're gonna have the game night on Tuesday.
Right.
We literally TENz is literally that space.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to go do that,
Uh-huh.
or you want to go over there. You
Uh-huh.
want to go to the drag show, or do you want to go to the afties?
Right.
We are just providing you a space to go to each of them.
Right.
Fairly.
With a communal stamp. Bam.
A communal stamp. I mean,
Yeah.
we went to the black party. There was someone there with a counter, but that's a whole other story.
It's what?
Someone you say we were at the black party in that room, and they're so happy to be someone with a counter.
A counter? Like a Sharpie?
No, there was a Sharpie and there was a...
Oh, it's like this many days since an incident kind of thing?
Exactly.
But we just kept on counting. It was a lot of days.
It was a lot of days.
A lot of days.
You don't got to be the one counting the days. You can just,
I feel like there's a dark room at every party now. I don't feel like it was like that when...
Unfortunately,
I do think
that there was a time particularly through Twitter culture and the rise of OnlyFans
Uh-huh.
and people leaning into being so open that they think that having the darkroom is going to get the girls. I
Uh-huh.
mean, it would and it could, but should it?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if the darkroom is just, a blanket in a corner.
Uh-huh.
No, that may work. It's functional, right? But
you know who you are.
you know who you are. And then also hooray for you. Like, there's no judgment there too.
Make your money, girl.
But if you're going to provide your customers a quality experience in a party that also has a dark room, maybe think about the functionality and the flow of your party to incorporate said dark room. Just like where you put the DJ booth, where you put the dark room. Where's the bar going to be at? Just don't again, throw a curtain up and say, girl, pay $20 and just get this extra room.
Exactly.
Let's not be them kind of girls.
Right.
Just do that. I think people just thought okay, everyone's into this stuff now. Let's just offer that and have these sex themed parties. And I will say, seeing parties like Meat Fest and things online, people leaned into that more. But also that's not a new idea. Like we said, there's the Black Party. The Black Party's been around for 30 years.
Right.
There's the Eagle, there's the Cock, in these spaces where you are free to participate in things of your choosing. Sometimes let those spaces be those spaces because they're those spaces.
Right.
You may alienate your audience who may just want to have a casual experience. Or not. I mean, it really is played by ear, but every party does not need a dark room.
No, not every.
Maybe just curate your party a little better.
Tuesday night game night with a dark room.
I mean, come on, freaking game. I mean, listen, freaking game night now. Hold on, that might be something we may see the fall season. But Cards Against Humanity, strip for listen, that's a thing.
We should strip Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah,
Cards Against Humanity is it's just not. It doesn't hit anymore. After the life that I've lived, they don't have cards that are aggressive enough.
Nothing shocking.
Yeah, nothing will hit. I've breathed way too much, honey.
Listen, breathe.
So, Sailey, with all of your experiences, I mean, you could fill a skyscraper with them. Do you have one that is just the creme de la creme, the peak, something that you look back on and you're like, oh my God, I am a part of New York City nightlife. I was there. I am there. I am the thing.
Ooh, I'm really going through the Rolodex in my mind. But I will give you I'll give you three thoughts. The first thought was me performing at Battlehem, Coney Island, and I performed my track The Girls with Carrie Nation, and it was just a sea of people. It was just thousands. It felt like a festival. Performing it live, it was something I was just working on, and it was like a full live set. Amazing. Definitely in my top 10. We did a thing with at the Barclays with the Nets, and we curated the LGBT night. It was seeing the nightlife girls in. People think that we don't do sports. We do sports sometimes, right? But seeing all these club folks,
a ball or two around.
Throw a ball or two around. They did. Seeing all these people from nightlife at the Barclays and on the Jumbotron, and then also me on the Jumbotron, doing the whole bit was an amazing experience. Where it was okay, this is us taking the club underground, literally to TV and into the Barclays. So you're seeing things like Voguers on the screen, and you're seeing nightlife. That was such a phenomenon that happened last year. And I'm trying to think. I would say it's not a thing, but it's I love hearing people talk about their first nightlife experience with me. That's something that really makes it full circle for me. I was your first ball I went to, or my first party was with you, or I remember I saw you when I first came to New York City, and this and that. That is okay, I'm doing something where I'm now a part of their nightlife journey, where I just talk about my journey, seeing Trick, and I'm their their movie, I'm their.
You're their Coco Peru.
I'm their Coco Peru. Listen, it still may burn, So yeah, hearing that in a really organic way is really amazing. That's the things you don't see on the screen, but those things I remember oh wow, that was that year. And they'll tell me in such detail. That's so crazy. I remember this thing and you had this thing on and you said this joke, and I'm whoa.
Thank God you're nice.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God. And that's a trap. I was but But no, those things are really like the things I feel like is leaving my impact on New York nightlife. Where I felt like that kind of like energy back and forth. But there are things.
So you hear that, people. If you see Sailey, Madame 007 at a party, come up and share your experience with her.
Be mindful. You know, be mindful.
Read the room.
Don't crash out because those are scary too. You know, but yes, I would. I'm very personable and just have decent energy and we good.
Where do you want to take all of this? You're an artist. You're a documentarian. You have TENz Magazine, with one of the top 25 online magazines. The only documentation. What is that?
I said the girls are trying to come for that number too. Listen, there are a lot of new girls popping up, and we love them. We love for them. But I would love to see, TENz is exhausting. I joke, but it's very real. I would love for TENz to continue to expand and to grow. We are in a very, very tricky financial climate when it comes to LGBT content, which is making me put that in question. But I would love to have TENz really be this archival space for the generations to come, whether that evolves into TENz becoming a coffee table book or having things like that, having a gallery event to showcase not only photos, but the full multimedia aspect of what TENz is, because TENz is video, TENz is live experiences, and TENz is our commentary.
Like a TENz museum.
Exactly. We need a TENz museum. We need to have the TENz version of the Nightlife City Museum. I want that.
The TENz version of the what?
The Nightlife Museum. Like there's let's have a day, child. Let's curate the space. Let's do that. So just really permanizing what we do in a lasting way. The internet is very fickle, so I really want to have something that will last beyond the digital era. But yeah, I mean, just really having just a lasting presence. So all this exhaustion was for naught.
Well, you have a lasting presence in the memories of so many people over the last decade and a half. I would love, love, love to see that embodiment and like the expansion of your spirit into some kind of experience like that. That sounds incredible.
It is. I mean, we're looking, we're growing, we're expanding while we're also trying to keep up with the current trends of social media. So that's another thing. Like, a lot of girls don't last because they're aren't into what's happening now. Or like, so I'm like, okay, what the new girls doing? Let's not do what they're doing, but okay, let's mold our realm into that. So let's put some, let's do our own TikTok accounts. Let's do our own trends. Let's do that stuff while having some kind of content integrity. A lot of girls don't have that. They just want to go out, mistakes.
I love that you're like making direct eye contact with the camera. It's like contact integrity.
Because no shade. I like quality content. You can't, if you for all of the fluff that we do, it is still presented as quality content. You're gonna get an edit. You're gonna get a color correction. You're gonna get a logo in the corner. We don't throw stuff up.
Right.
Spell check sometimes, most times, not all the time. But depending on the speed of which we upload the content, so there might be some spelling errors, but never any context errors. So yeah, I mean, really just having quality content, quality original content, and remaining the voice of our grounded community. If we don't know what's going on, then that's a problem. If we don't know the new bitch to critique the new bitch, that is where we know we have lost the plot.
Okay.
We should know what's happening in Brooklyn at the dive bar and who turned it last night. That's how, on the nose, I still want TENz to be 5 years from now.
Oh my God, your brain must be so big.
Chow! And drug free in the way to be.
Yeah. Good for you, girl. Dare worked on her. The only millennial Dare worked on.
Listen. The Bush campaign worked on me really, really well. Oh, so Reagan campaign.
Which Bush era?
One of them, both of them, child. No drug. This is your. What was the campaign? This is your brain on that drugs with the egg. Yeah, it worked for me. I didn't touch the stuff.
Oh, good for you.
Ciao.
My God. So speaking of your fantastic brain, what is hitting your spot right now? What's on the front of your mind? What is exciting you? What is concerning you? What is taking up space?
I have, all of the gloom and doom of nightlife. One of the things that I have been spreading the gospel about is the closure of nightlife venues. This is something I forecasted at least 9 to 12 months ago, and no one thought it would happen.
Mm.
Because I saw the trends, and I know the managers, and I know who's paying the bars, and who's getting fired, and I tried to tell the folks, like, listen, go outside, support your local venues. To the point now, TENz had to have, and if we talk about counters, TENz has an official nightlife and bar closure counter. We have lost at least 13 venues in the last 12 months.
Really?
We're probably close to, we're edging on 20 now, actually.
Edging on 20.
On 20 venues
within 12 months.
Within 12 months.
So there's 7 venues that are on the verge of closing right now.
The girls are trying to wait through Pride to get through Pride.
Honey.
But no, we've seen the closure of the Spot.
Mhm.
We've seen
The Stranger.
The Stranger this month.
Mhm.
Like really, really crazy. And it's like, what are we gonna do? So enjoy the venues you have, support the bars, support the bartenders, and support the people who do original, really interesting clubs. Or we're gonna be stuck in, like Hell's Kitchen Hell. I won't name the bar, but like having these really, really basic bar experiences with the Kesha playlist. Like, please.
No shade, Kesha. We love you.
We like Kesha, but they play you too much. Like, there's other genres besides Kesha, like in Hell's Kitchen. Please,
Exactly.
throw in a little something else.
Throw in some Britney.
Only. There should be a 5. The twins are gonna get me. There should be a 5 Britney song maximum back to back. But no, yeah, I mean, having these really interesting curated nights is really important. I do respect having the pop music nights. They are really important. They are very much a part of gay culture. But there are other things beside these really general experiences. If you are not a that would be the most shady shit I said. If you are not an interesting girl, go to those spaces. But if you are an interesting girl, there are things for you. Yeah, like top 40 is right for some people. That's why top 40 is top 40. But there are things in spaces beyond top 40.
What's your favorite theme to go to?
Oh, right now I always say Battle Hymn for me is always gonna hit.
Yeah.
From again, that's organically. If I did not work the party, I was going to Battle Hymn before I was ever booked or anything. Battle Hymn always has such a welcoming presence. The music is always right. If you're not, Battle Hymn also is not a circuit party. I always rebuke that as a circuit party. That's a different experience. There will be circuit gays there. Let them have their fun. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
But there are also, it's the full spectrum of the LGBT you'll find at Battle Hymn. Look, girls, the girls in the harness.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the Voguers in the back. And like it's gonna be, you get a little bit of everything. And I feel like that is what the New York City nightlife I saw and wanted to be a part of is still there in that space, right?
Yeah.
And then it's really just go to spaces with house music.
Yeah.
You're gonna find flavors there. You're gonna find straight people in these venues. And go to festivals.
Yeah.
As we've seen, that's something TENz has already started to transition into, is doing these kind of music spaces. We currently have a partnership with Live Nation, where
congratulations.
we trying to make something happen. So we've done this thing where we are doing ticket giveaways with Live Nation. We've done it since April, and it will lead up to Mother, which is an LGBT festival concert experience.
Mother,
of course, it'll be Mother.
I live
Mother, right? So LGBT music festival concert at Brooklyn Paramount. More things like that. More things like Mother. More things like Ladyland. That's going to be a 2-day festival. Cardi B, FKA Twigs, and all of the LGBTs across 2 days. Get outside.
Yeah.
The gays don't want to go outside no more.
Get outside. Pay a cover.
Pay a cover. Pay for your coat check. It's going to a good place.
Yeah.
Tip your bartender. Contribute to the nightlife space.
It's an energy exchange.
Energy exchange.
That's all it is.
Bring good energy.
Yeah.
And if a bitch has bad energy, leave. Go to the next party.
Exactly. There's so many. You're in
things
New
to
York
do.
City. There's so much to do.
So much to do. Now, every party's going to be a right fit for you, but Miss Thing, don't go back in the house. Go to the bar next door.
Right. So through TENz, people can find things to do.
Yes.
How can people find you?
Dude, should they find me? So you can find me on Instagram. I'm primarily an Instagram, I'll say girly, but LGBT person. But within my social media, I have different brackets of me because I'm mentioning different things. I have my personal page, which of course is at Sailey Williams. And I do commentary
Mm-hmm.
on TV shows, pop culture, and all the things
Mm-hmm.
outside of TENz, because I'm into things more than just the LGBT stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Called Giving Shows.
Uh-huh.
Giving Shows is where I talk about all things pop culture, movie reviews.
Uh-huh.
I'm the loud person in the movie theater yelling back at the screen. Like, I do that on that page. I'm on TikTok, but not as much. But you'll see me outside, child. You'll see me.
She'll be the one with the pointy, sparkly hat.
You'll see me, see me in a place, a darkroom or two, behind the DJ booth, microphone in a hand.
One of my favorite things to do in a dark room is walk through and then shout, "Has anybody seen my contact?"
Okay. I do that mistake. Mystic, where you at? It's time to go. That's me. Bitch, where you at?
Or walk, Dad?
No, I'm done. You know your boyfriend's looking for you. And you see how people look up. Like, head out the sand. Like, your boyfriend is looking.
The meerkat.
I've literally done that. Where you? Done it. I keep.
Menace.
Entertainment. But yeah, listen, go outside. If you go outside in New York City, you will find me.
Yeah.
As straight as that. Don't look me online. You go outside, we'll see each other outside together.
I live. Work. Well, thank you for coming outside and coming all the way to my apartment.
Oh my God, yes, we made it.
Yes, honey.
We talked a lot of stuff.
We did. We covered so much ground. Honey, thank you so much. You hit the spot. And y'all, this has been the V Spot. Ciao.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening to The V Spot, executive produced by me, Madame Vivien V, filmed and edited by Grant Tyler, with logo by Hot Welcome Studios, opening video by Michael Marten, assisted by Jessica Jace, and theme music by Charlie Heimes, Peter Nelson, and myself, Madame Vivien V. Love you.